Hello, beautifuls. My name is Nikisha Williams. I am the senior editor of HelloBeautiful.com, and I am so excited. Today, we are giving out tickets to a Maxwell concert. Woohoo! Maxwell will be performing tomorrow in Cincinnati, Ohio. In order to win, you have to follow us on Twitter at HelloBeautiful, and be sure to hashtag Lexus, hashtag Verses and Flow, and hashtag tickets in order to win. The show is being sponsored by Lexus, so we definitely want to make sure to hashtag them if you want to win. Maxwell, in addition to just being amazing and a great singer, is going to appear on the fourth season of Verses and Flow, which will premiere in August. So you can see him tomorrow, though. And we have actually given out some of these tickets over the past week. Everyone is saying he was amazing. Someone said he's just as fine as wine. You definitely want to be at this concert tomorrow in Cincinnati, Ohio. So we'll be giving out several tickets a little bit later. But first, I have a very special guest with me who is going to appear on season 4 of Verses and Flow. Give it up for Rob Gibson.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, Rob. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, enjoying the weather, but now I'm inside talking to you. Hello, beautiful.
Well, thanks for being here with us today. We're really excited for the next season of Verses and Flow, sponsored by Lexus. Tell me a little bit about this upcoming season and what we can expect from you and in general.
Yo, this season is going to be wild. A lot of my good friends from the slam poetry scene and just the poetry scene in general, spoken word and whatnot, are coming through to just drop knowledge on the world. And then we have the musicians who are coming through and basically hitting you with the jams. I can't well, Joe was there, Kate Michelle, like Maxwell, as we spoke of. And yeah, so I have poetry about Paris and being black and college student loan debt and all types of good things, you know, controversies to keep your mind racing.
We can snap it up for that college school loan debt. I know folks will be able to relate to that.
Yeah.
So what made you get into poetry and being a spoken word artist?
Well, back in the day, there was a thing called the Gold Bowl at Virginia Union University in Richmond, Virginia, and both of my parents are alumni from there. So they would go up against Virginia State, and they just sold all these like bootleg CDs. And I heard about Jay-Z through like watching television and whatnot. So I bought my first bootleg Jay-Z CD. It was The Blueprint. And then I just heard his storytelling, and I wanted to tell stories. And I've been telling stories like from childhood, but like that was like that moment of realization. And then from there, I wrote in my English and language arts classes, and I just kept saying. I started off like rapping like braggadociously about things that I would never do or never had, et cetera, et cetera. And then it was just like, hey, maybe I should talk about other things. Right. And then I began to talk about other things, and just as I grew, my outlook just expanded, and the topics came to me, and then my personal story. At some point, I didn't believe I had a story because I didn't go through stuff as other people did who were around me. And then one day I joined this group called Slam the Waddle, and it was based in Richmond, and then we had a 7 questions thing when we actually got on the team. There was a whole slam process, so in September, people got a slam to be on the team for April to go to the Soundbites Poetry Competition that was in New York. It was off Broadway. But anyway, in the process of team building and learning each other, they asked 7 questions, and then I found my story. And then that was like 2008, and here I am now.
Nice. So I know you alluded to some of the topics that your poetry is about. What are some of the topics that we can expect from you on Verses and Flow, season 4?
Well, the poem that I perform on the actual show is called Paris, and it is a historical reinterpretation of Jay-Z and Kanye's N-words in Paris, Negroes in Paris. And so I was in school during the time, and I was in a African Americans in Paris class before the song came out. So like I was actually studying the history of what it was to be a black person going over to Paris, you know, to escape all the persecution that was happening in the United States. So I heard the song and I was like, they're telling their stories, but like they're not telling the real stories of like what it is. So that's what that piece talks about. And then overall, it's upliftment to artists in general, and anybody who creates and just humans, people, us. Yeah. So that's one piece, and then online for the web episode after it's aired, I have a piece called "College Grad Indentured to Serve," and I was literally on YouTube one day, and I came across a video that said "College Conspiracy." It was about like a hour long, and then after seeing that, my mind was blown, and I was like, "Am I a part of this? Like, is this really what's happening?" And then from there, I wrote the poem, and yeah, that's what's happening. So yeah.
What's up? We can't wait to check that out in
Yeah.
August when the show premieres on TV1. That'll be definitely be looking out for you. But of course, since we're giving away these Maxwell tickets, I gotta ask,
Yeah.
do you have any poems for the ladies? Do you have any poems for my beauties out here that are watching us?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I've written many poems about love throughout my life. So
Can you give us a little taste of a poem that you want to share? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but
uh,
kick a
um,
little something for us.
all right, lover, I'm tired of hit and run relations, ready to wipe fear off the windshield and love with courage and patience. This crossroad must be confirmation because you glow like a caution light painting my eyes gold. I know pressing the brakes only provides us more time to celebrate this green light's arrival. So, I'm not yet ready to go. I'm ready to let go and grow. I'm ready to yield with you.
Woo! Come on now.
Well,
Hey, you need to use that. I think that was a good one. This made me blush a little bit. I'm gonna
thank
pretend
you.
like that was to me. I'm just kidding. Well, thank you. But we have a couple little he said, she said type of questions again for this Maxwell giveaway. Obviously Maxwell songs are very much about relationships, breakups, love, all of those good things. So we drafted a couple fun questions based on some of his songs. The first one is related to Fortunate. I'm sure you remember. I
Yeah.
won't sing because, I won't do Maxwell like that. But, that song is all about him being grateful and appreciative to have this woman in his life. What do you think is one of the best ways that men can show appreciation for their women or show gratitude for the women in their life?
I definitely think keeping open communication and letting, like, if you see something that's going on, like if she's doing her thing, like stunting, just like, hey, I see you. It's something about just like acknowledgement and letting somebody know that you see what's going on, and you support them through the moves that they're making.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the next question we have is based on bad habit. So when do you, yeah.
Well,
Well,
forgive me.
you know that it's time to get out of a relationship? Like, when is it time to pull the plug as a man?
It's
Not speaking for all men, but speaking for yourself and your experiences and your boys. Like, how do you know it's like, I'm about to let girly go?
Definitely when there's arguments about nothing. When there's so much arguing, that's just like, yo, the sky's blue. No, it's green. What you talking? Like, just like the whole idea of being like, so when people are when you get really stubborn and just bitter towards each other. Also when somebody is not listening, and when your partner is not an active listener, and they aren't there for you, like when you see things change and I guess take a negative turn, and they're not opening up, and you've tried, and you've reached out, and they're closing off. Like at some point, that attachment may become parasitic, and suck the energy out of you. So and if that person is not there to, the health of you have to keep your health. You have to do you when it comes to your health. And if somebody is not in a place of where they can allow you become healthy or grow like have healthy lifestyles that complement each other, then that's not good. So yeah.
That's real. No, that's a great answer. But and on a happier note, so he also has one of the classic songs, "This Woman's Worth." And
Hmm.
based on that question, I want to know, how do you know when you found a woman that you don't want to let go? That you're just like, that girl is it. They say like men know in the first 5 minutes. Is that a thing?
I I don't know about the studies. I don't know what the studies say, but
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
I definitely think that you can tell who you may want to keep in your life within those first interactions, just because of the ease of things. Like when there's like when you're around a person or you meet a person and it's just like it's already abrasive and it's just like, this is not rooted on it. Like this is not grounded in something stable, healthy. So yeah, I think when you can literally be yourself around that person, like I won't get into the gritty details of what being yourself is, but yeah. ah, Spray the air freshener. But yeah, when you can be yourself around a person and they aren't judging you and they are supporting, you have the challenge and support. It's there, like, boom, build off of that. Your ideals align, but you're still individual, and you can, and there's things to learn that are it's a constant learning process. So when that's happening, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I like that. I really like that. And now one more question that just popped into my mind. So you're a poet. You've got the way with the words. I'm sure, again, you just kicked that great love poem. Sure, you got a little romance up your sleeve. But what can ladies do for their men to be romantic? I know a lot of times we always think about romance in terms of flowers and what men can do for us. But what are some things that you and your boys talk about that would be nice if a woman did for you once in a while, every once in a while?
Mm. I,
Keeping
I
it
think
relatively like not rated X.
okay, okay, okay. Uh, um, I think taking it back to the old school, like sending letters, like, or just like leaving, doing things that it comes down, like, I think it goes back to like being noticed. And
Hmm.
like when you do little small things and like people don't say anything, you're just like, well, so in men, women, and anybody in between, like when somebody acknowledges the things that you're doing or acknowledges your growth, like it's confirmation. It's inspiration to keep pushing forward and moving closer to your goal. So leave some under the pillow, like leave a little letter, a little note, or if you got a dry erase board, like I love you, like I don't know, like just stuff like that. Ride bikes together. If you can do that, if there's no smog in the city that you're in, yeah, eat mangoes. I don't know, feed each other.
So you basically saying like, I mean, guys like the
It's
little
just,
gestures too. Guys like
yeah,
the
like
little
it's not like we're all human beings, and
yeah.
we're not as hard as, like, we're not coconuts. Like, well, we kind of are. Americans are kind of like somebody. When I went to Paris, this is interesting. When I went to Paris, people explained Parisians like avocados. No, no, Americans are like avocados. So like we're soft and also hey, friendly and all that. But when you get to the core of us, like that hard seed.
Hmm.
But they explain themselves kind of like coconuts, so hard on the outside, but when you crack open, when you get to the inside, it's just like all is love. So like we're all like that on the inside, I think. So yeah, just being open and being vulnerable, and allowing that space, especially for men. Like a lot of men don't have the space to comfortably be vulnerable
Hmm.
because
That's a
of
good
societal
point.
expectations and stuff like that. So creating spaces where a man can do that and just be open and honest and talk about the bull, talk about the joys, the ups and downs, smiles and frowns, all that stuff. But yeah.
That's a really good point. Those are some really good points. Ladies, take notes. We always love having smart, intelligent men to talk to and talk relationships and love with. Rob Gibson, everybody. Tell us where we can check out more of your work. Do you have a website, Twitter, any projects
Yeah.
coming out that we can check you out on besides Versus and Flow coming to TV1?
Yeah, well, my Twitter is Rob Artistic, Rob plus the word artistic, and I have a Tumblr as well. It's Gibsun, Gibsun, rising, all one word, .tumblr.com. And yeah, I usually post most of my stuff up on there. And I've been working on videos. Oh, Instagram too. Instagram is the same as the Twitter. It's Rob Artistic, and I'm working on music videos and poetry, kind of poetry, music videos, animation stuff, and a mix of all that because I'm a visual artist as well. So yeah, like when you check out all those, follow me there, and yeah, YouTube. Just type in Rob Gibson or Robaloo. That's my nickname. Robalu. Yeah, find me on you. This is going to be on YouTube. So yeah, you can just type me in.
Sounds good. We are on YouTube. Check out Rob Gibson, definitely in all those places that he just mentioned, but also on Verses and Flows, TV1. It goes down in August, brought to you by Lexus. We are so excited to see you perform on that show and just for that show in general. And remember, if you want to win these Maxwell tickets for tomorrow, we have several sets to give away. You know, if you don't have Saturday plans, or if you just want to remix your Saturday plans and go see the amazingly hot and talented Maxwell, who wouldn't want to do that? Follow us on Twitter at hellobeautiful.com. Be sure to hashtag Lexus, hashtag Verses and Flow, and hashtag tickets for your chance to win. And we cannot wait to hook you up with these tickets and hear how amazing Maxwell is tomorrow night. Be sure to send us pictures. I'm signing off. Nikisha Williams, hellobeautiful.com. Thank you so much, Rob, for joining us.
Bye. Thank you.
Such a pleasure to hang out with you today.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Bye.
Bye.